Hey everyone, welcome to BrickVault. Today is another LEGO Top 10 Mocks of the Week. It is the episode where we take a look at the coolest custom creations we happen to see people building throughout the week, and we just sort of shine a light on it, show a closer look to you guys, and also there are a ton of extra links in the description below this week. So everything I talk about is linked, plus I think about 20 others or so, which is, there's just a lot of really fun ones this week. I had a lot of fun making the episode, and if you want your build to appear in this video, like next week's video, you can submit pictures to us by checking out the description as well for the proper email and sort of the format that we prefer for those pictures. And before I jump into the top 10 models of the week, I did want to highlight a specific one. This is a series of videos that Rich Boy J, another very dedicated LEGO YouTuber, has been putting a lot of time into recently. This is his Vardos mock. He's been doing tons of update videos. We've been following it pretty closely here at the channel, and if you like anything big LEGO Star Wars, which we certainly do, I have a feeling you're going to really enjoy these videos. So anyways, okay, now let's get into the top 10 mocks of the week. It's not really in any particular order of like best to worst. I just kind of choose an order that I like, and this first one here is called The Foreboding by Ralph Langer. I wouldn't necessarily call this a forced perspective build, but what you have here is an amazing creation of the very elaborate and embroidered interior of what looks like the chambers of a princess in a castle, and on the outside is the peering in eye of a giant scaly dragon. Ralph included a series of other photos to kind of show you how he completed this model. I just love it when you look up close at the builds for how the scales are made for the dragon and the coloration for the eye. It's awesome, and the interior detailing of this little wing of the castle has some incredible floor detailing. Number 9 is a pretty quick one. I would say this is done by Gary, and it is called The Void. It's an all-digital build, which I know some people have said don't post all-digital mocks up in the top 10. I don't care. I just really like the composition of this, both as a LEGO build and as an actual visual piece. Great little builds, and I swear I don't mean to pick this builder just about every time one of his new creations comes out, but there's always something new that I haven't quite seen in terms of a building technique, so Patrick Biggs is just at it again with the next brick built figure he has put together. The title of this piece is Welcome Aboard the Friendly Skies, and this is Captain Salvador. The backstory has a pretty detailed description. I'm not sure if this is based on a licensed character of some sort from a fantasy novel or video game, but what I do know is that it is an amazing creation. I absolutely love the use of the flexi tubes with all those little clipped on pieces that make up the coat. The red rubber bands have a nice little bit of highlighting around the thighs, and the builds for the Sky Captain sort of helmet and goggles for the skies just looks great. Here is also another quick one. I would say this is the LEGOLAND Castle Revisited by John Tooker. Remember that yellow castle from forever ago, even if you weren't around back when it came out? I don't even think I was, but I'd say most fans are pretty well aware of what that original castle looked like. I think John's idea of turning it into a tan, almost sandstone colored castle was a really fun creative approach, and it's kind of like the photorealistic or more realistic version of what this castle might look like if it actually existed in a universe slightly less cartoony, or at least with less vibrant colors. It's a very fun little build, and this one's also fun and little and yellow, but the normal yellow, and it's probably one of the best Transformers I have seen this year. Let's just include 2018 with this year. Ralph Savelsberg has put together the Bumblebee 2018, so this I think was actually designed last year. So anyways, it doesn't matter. What does matter, especially to me, is this awesome series of photos that the designer has taken and kind of rendered all together in one. You can see the very slow and detailed and intricate transformation that this beetle takes in order to become Bumblebee. And then let's move on to a Hogwarts themed build, especially with those new sets that came out. I have a feeling we're going to be getting some really great Harry Potter themed builds for quite some time to come. This is titled Christmas at Hogwarts Hogwarts by Jonas Cram, and I think we're looking at the Gryffindor common room. In fact, I'm definitely sure of it. You can see the colors along the back by the bookshelves with the curtains and the golden wings. We have an excellent build for a fireplace and a nice comfy looking armchair on a little rug. I think that part isn't actually Lego, but we're not going to split any hairs here. There's just some really great details all around. I like the little stones that pop out here and there along the wall. You can see Harry at the top of the balcony. Ron seems to have gotten a new sweater. Somebody tell me in the comment section below which scene this is from. I don't actually know. I don't even know which book, honestly. So let's move on. Here we are looking at a custom modular style house. It is called Corner Tower House, so this would be built at the same scale to fit in with the other modular creator sets. And I'm featuring this build because we have, I think, just a great composition of color and style with the orange roof, olive green tower, and the sand blue for the walls. What we have not seen, or what I have not seen before, is the technique for the tower roof. He actually shows you how he did it, which is really, really fun. Just love seeing new techniques for things that people have created time and time and time again. You'll never stop seeing new designs for rooftops in Lego, and this is just something that I thought was great. It was designed by Niebehoff Creation Ltd. Righto, getting into the top 3. This is the Flying Dutchman by Sebaeus 1. I hope I'm saying that right. This is an amazing Lego ship. I was a fan of the Silent Mary as the ghost ship that came from Lego as an official set. I thought they did a pretty good job on that, but there is simply no comparison when you're looking at this amazing custom creation. It's dark, it's evil. I love the color composition with the dark tan and the light bluish gray, along with some sand green. It really just does kind of register as white or gray. And then the ship really hits home those sinister overtones when you take a closer look at the bow or the bowsprit. It is a toothed mouth, somewhat agape and kind of resembling the mouth of maybe a barracuda or some type of ferocious fish. And who am I kidding? There are so many details on this ship that I couldn't really go through all of them. And it's the best ghost ship I personally have ever seen. The number 2 build here is called Layers City by Sebastian. And I think I have seen at least 1 or 2 other pretty massive layered cyberpunk themed futuristic city builds like this before, where you have the top layer as kind of the rich upper class area that looks a bit cleaner. And then underneath that is where you've got, I think, where maybe the bulk of the population is living, the more cramped and dirty and hustle and bustle, heavily cyberpunked theme future dystopia. And then the final and third floor is the underground, probably remnants of the old world, where you've got sort of scavenger type people picking off the remnants of the old civilization. Long story short, there's a lot of really fun details to notice here. I really love how there's just so much of the broken piping along the outside of the MOC. It really kind of makes you feel a little bit more immersed as opposed to just kind of having these clean cut slices. And if you have any extra time, it's definitely worth taking a closer look at some of the details here. Let's check out the last model of the week. This week, my number 1 pick is called Meow and Squeak by Dog God Brick Design. Don't ask me how, don't ask me why, I just saw it and I liked it. Couldn't tell you if this is something that's from a licensed thing. It does have Emmett. For a second I thought this was a scene that happened in the original Lego movie, but I don't think I remember this exactly. The cat has a fun, cartoony, and sort of friendly appeal. Same thing with the mouse. And from what I can tell, the cat can speak, maybe. It looks like there's a voice module wrapped around the cat's neck, like a little scarf that's got some digital module there. And I don't know, it feels like there's just so much happening in this build, which is why I chose it. I think the tail is also flexible, so you can move it around. And at the end of the day, this was just a fun, weird build that I saw that I knew I just wasn't going to forget very soon. I think this is going to leave an impression on me for quite a while. I just like the way it looks. So, now, those are the top 10 models of the week. There are a ton, and I mean a ton of other ones that are linked in the description below. Guaranteed, if you liked any of the things I showed you, you're gonna like some of the other stuff, maybe even more, oftentimes more. So definitely check out all the links in the description below. And now it is time for the fan mock creation. So if you submitted any pictures to us, here they come down the line. And remember to check out the description if you want to send in your own pictures to us for next week. Thanks so much for watching, everybody, and now here are the fan mock creations of the week. Hey everybody, just jumping in very quickly. I'd like to let you guys know that we've got ourselves a LEGO web store that is www.brickvault.toys, where we sell these step-by-step PDF instructions for some incredibly high-quality MOCs. The revenue from the web store helps support us here at the channel, as well as the incredibly talented designers that spend all the time, effort, and energy making these amazing builds. I really do recommend that you guys go check out the web store. That's www.brickvault.toys. Thanks a lot for watching, and we'll see you next time at BrickVault.